Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm so happy you're tuning in tonight. It's Wednesday night. It's the last Wednesday of the month. There's a lot going on right now, but tonight we have something that I think many of us are super excited about. I've been waiting for this to happen. I thought it wasn't going to happen for the US, but it did. And we're here, and tomorrow it starts, okay? So I'm going to be a little selfish here and tell you something that it's very important to me. But my word for 2023, and I hope all of you have a word for 2023. Mine is transformation. And it's transforming every single part of myself, my spiritual self, my mental self, my financial self, my professional self, my personal relationships, all that good stuff. And to me, the gateway to doing all of that is to focus on discipline and doing a physical transformation for me, because that's what I'm going at right now. It gives you skills. It honestly trains your mind to be more disciplined. It trains you to be more strategic with your time, with your energy, with so many things. To me, it's a gateway to so many transferable skills, habits, attitudes for the rest of your life, okay? It does transfer over to your professional life. You wake up earlier, you get that energy in the morning, you feed yourself better, and guess what? A lot of other parts of your life get better at the same time. It's like a domino effect, okay? And I can personally tell you that myself. So I am focusing on my fitness outside because I want a fitter, stronger body. And I know it's going to transform all other areas of my life. So I hope you're excited for this challenge we have coming up. We have the For Life Transform Challenge 2023. And today we're going to talk about the requirements. We're going to talk about more about what it is exactly. We're going to talk about the product packs that we have that will, kickstart all these great habits you're about to form. And in order to do so, we have a previous winner. We have the 2017 #1 winner who won the $5,000 award. So everybody, please welcome Ivan Villanueva from San Antonio, Texas, my beautiful brother, who's going to instruct us tonight.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I hope everybody's right now at home in front of your computers, your laptops, your phones. Y'all ready to get some information and just share with you some exciting times right now that we're actually looking at the 2023 For Life Transform Challenge. As my sister said, before I start, thanks a lot for the introduction. Thanks a lot for welcoming me on this platform. I really appreciate the confidence and the trust in being able to share this information with the rest of the team. So thank you so much, Cindy, for hosting this. And thank you so much also, Jennifer and Joel, for hosting and allowing me to be here as well. Thank you for sharing this platform and allowing me to be here with you guys as well. That's what I wanted to start off with too.
That is so awesome. Thank you for being here tonight. We know you have your baby girls. We know you have your wife. You have so much going on. So thank you for dedicating this hour to us. So that's why we're starting right off the bat. Okay, guys, because we want to leave a Q&A section at the end for those of you who might have some questions about the challenge or about products or about just regimen, anything you want to ask Ivan. Tonight, I'm going to give y'all permission to ask him anything. Just kidding. Almost anything. So I think, Ivan, to start off, can you tell us a little bit about what the Transform Challenge is? What does it mean? What kind of transformations can we expect to see here?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question, actually, to start off with. And I do want to mention that this is very exciting because we didn't know we were going to have another challenge. So the fact, as you mentioned, the fact that we do have one is very exciting for all of us. Now, what is this challenge all about? This challenge, first of all, it's about having fun and it being a positive impact in your life. That's really what For Life wants. For Life wants you to be able to have fun with this, to be able to have a goal, to be able to transform your body and just feel positive about yourself. Obviously, we are partnered with the best company in the world when it comes to supplements, to health supplements. And they've done their part already, guys. They've already invested in resources, in research and development to be able to elaborate and produce the best products in the world. And I say that with all credibility because there's people on this call that have actually been able to go to the corporate office walk the labs. We've been able to see the raw materials. We see that they source the best raw materials from all over the world. So they really put their money where their mouth is in regards to being able to produce the best products in the market. And just so you guys know a little bit about myself, I'm also a certified personal trainer. I used to work at Gold Gym, several years back. This is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And the only reason why I mention that and I say that is because I have come across a plethora of different supplements on the market. I've tried a lot of different supplements on the market, from pre-workouts to proteins to post-workout to recovery, supplements to be able to allow you to recover a little bit faster. Everything. I've tried a lot of different supplements. And what that has allowed me to do is be able to build a reference to compare products. And hands down, the 4Life products are the best products in the market. So we already have that down. Now that we know that we have the best products, it's all about using those products to be able to achieve our goal. Now, one of the questions that you said is, what can we expect? What can we expect with this challenge? And you'll see that I get really passionate about this, guys. So if throughout the presentation I start getting a little more excited and my voice starts going a little bit higher, it's because this is something that really excites me and this is something that I really love and I'm passionate about. So what can we expect? We can expect people to come on board and have a positive impact in their body. Now, the goal of this challenge, and I do want to make this very clear, is a transform challenge. Okay, so everybody has a different starting point. Okay, it doesn't matter your height, your weight, your age. Everybody obviously has a different starting point. The goal here and the comparisons are going to be on what type of transformation you were able to achieve. And why do I start saying that? Why do I say that? Because a lot of times our mind is our worst critic. Okay, we wake up in the morning and our mind might be the worst critic, and you might have those thoughts of, you know what, I'm not doing too well, let me quit, this is not, I'm not going anywhere. But remember, you're only battling and you're only challenging yourself. You're only going up against yourself. Okay, so this is you versus you. That's the cool thing about it. This is not me against somebody else. It truly is you against you. Where you start and how much of a transformation can you achieve in those 90 days? And well, now we got extended to September 15th. Okay, so the challenge did get a little extended a little bit more. So we have a little bit more time. So that's what you can expect. You can expect a bunch of people having a positive impact in their bodies, both mindset and body.
Nice. I really love what you said about, everyone starts in different starting points. I mean, my brother, he has his own fitness goals, right? He's at a different level of fitness than I am. For example, I'm in the zone right now of getting fitter and stronger, right? I'm going to be one of those moms who has a child after 35. So the more I can do to help my own body, it works out better for me. That's my focus, you see? So I think it's so great that this is catered to every single person's, desires, goals, etc. So another question before we get into like the product conversation. So I think we talk a lot about transformation. We talk a lot about getting fit, getting stronger bodies, getting healthier lifestyles. Tell me, what other areas of your life, being disciplined, being someone who honors their body with, healthy habits, you have the mental stuff done, the nutrition, the supplements, you have the fitness schedule. Tell me, in what other areas of your life have you seen these skills, these habits, this discipline help you?
Well, it helps you in everything. I mean, once you have discipline and you're able to really control your body and be able to have that discipline in your body, it transcends into every single aspect of your life, whether it's business, whether it's education, whether it's at work. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it's definitely going to carry on and help you. And if you want a pro tip of the day, is everything starts with preparation. If you prepare yourself, and this goes not only in the challenge, but in everything, in life, in business, and relationships, the better that you prepare yourself for this, both mentally and physically, the more opportunity of being successful that you're going to have. So preparation is key. And one of the key statements that I live by is victory loves preparation. Okay, so it's if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. And that's one of the key phrases that I live by. So preparation is key. So if you get your nutrition right and you prepare yourself mentally and you give yourself a start and stop date, you have more of an opportunity to be able to be successful in this challenge.
So for someone starting off, let's say we're all in different fitness levels, right? Let us assume we're all trying to jumpstart back into our fitness, you know, or trying to improve certain habits. What are the top maybe 2 to 3 tips you have for someone who's about to come into this challenge, this transformation challenge?
The first tip is nutrition. Okay, everything starts in the kitchen. So the first tip is nutrition, and the number one reason why a lot of people fall off the wagon when it comes to their nutrition is lack of preparation once again. And what do I mean by lack of preparation? Your meals. Okay, so if you start meal prepping and meal planning, you're going to be able to have success. The number one reason why here in the U.S. and a lot of places, but especially here in the U.S., we look at fast food is for that same reason, fast food, because we don't have time to be able to cook. It's a lot easier, so we go and we pick up something. And unfortunately, they're not the best choices. So if you prepare yourself in the kitchen with your meals, okay, you need to start thinking 2, 3, 4 days in advance. If you see my fridge right now, I mean, I have Tupperwares, and I mean, you come to my house, you've seen those. You know, I live off of Tupperwares, guys. You know, so I plan ahead. And on what's today? Today is Thursday. On Monday, Memorial Day, I grilled 18 chicken breasts. Okay, on the grill, 18 chicken breasts. Okay, that's if I do three of those a day, you're talking about 5 days. You know, if I get a little hungry, it might be 4 days. 4.5 days. So I'm already thinking that way. I'm already thinking, what am I going to do to have that readily available so that when I'm hungry, okay, I am not put in the situation where I'm going to have to go get fast food or even something here at home that might be of less nutritional value. So preparation is key with nutrition. That's number one. Number two, if you're not doing cardio right now, you need to implement a cardio routine. Cardio for this challenge, now this is a pro tip, for this challenge, cardio, is going to help you more than weight training, okay? Because it's going to help you lose more body fat. And that's the transformation that the company is going to be looking at, because one of the tests that they're going to look at, aside from measurements, is going to be obviously the eye test, the obvious test, your before and your after picture. So if you get your nutrition in line, you start implementing cardio, and you implement a weight training routine, you're going to be in a good spot. And if it comes to the point where you have to sacrifice weight training or cardio, sacrifice the weight training and make sure you don't sacrifice the cardio for this challenge in particular.
Perfect. So I'm going to show this one picture I have here of you. And I want to ask you something very specific, Ivan. I think a lot of us have seen this photograph. If you've been here for some time now, let me see if y'all can see this. Ivan, can you see that image?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this was back in 2017. These are your results, day 1 to day 90. All right. Can you tell us a little bit of what was your regimen at this point?
Yeah, my regimen was I was doing 5 to 6 meals a day, and it was the same thing, guys. I was eating the same thing. And once again, I say this in everybody has different goals. Everybody has different aspirations. My goal was to be able to get as cut and as lean as I possibly could. So my mindset going to this challenge was that I was going to stick to my routine, no matter what, I was going to stick to my routine for those 90 days. So I was doing 5 to 6 meals a day. I was eating the same breakfast every single day. And I wasn't looking at it as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was looking at it as meal 1, meal 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and I would incorporate a snack in between, and that could or could not count as one of the meals depending on what exercise day it was. So that was a little bit about the routine. Also, I was making sure that I was getting at least, at the very minimum, 6 hours of sleep, guys. If you could get a little bit more, do so, because sleep is crucial for muscle development, muscle recovery, muscle growth, and body transformation. So you need to be able to adjust your sleep habits as well. If you're not sleeping well, try to adjust them as best as possible, at least for the challenge. And, they say that you build habits after 21 days. So if you start doing this after 21 days, hopefully you'll be able to create a habit, where you're going to be eating healthier and sleeping better. And that's just going to continue past the challenge. And it's going to become a way of life. Okay. A lifestyle. And that's really what you want. A true winner from this challenge is going to walk away with a new lifestyle, guys. Okay. Hopefully you get the the 5,000, first prize or the second prize or the third prize. Hopefully you get that, but everybody can be a winner if you're able to transform your body and walk away from this with a new lifestyle in mind.
Nice. Thank you so much. I think we've always thought of you, especially if you've been in For Life for some time, we've always thought of you as a fit guy, but seeing that extra transformation you did back in 2017, I think was astounding. But what you're saying, I think, is something very important. Nutrition, prioritizing sleep, which is something I just found out, by the way. Okay, I'm new to this. Nutrition and preparing. I think preparation is so key. And something I learned from you that I incorporated just this week, and it saved me so much time, saved me from eating out, okay, was making sure, for example, when I bought my groceries this weekend, I actually chopped up all my veggies and I prepared my chicken. And I personally am not someone who's used to meal prepping, but having that ready saved me so much time. So
Yep.
thank you for that tip. I think that's a pro tip all of us can write down.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to spend a little more time on one day, but you're going to save so much more time on the next 2, 3, 4 days. So that's the way that I look at it. Maybe like on a Sunday evening, Sunday night, yes, I'm going to spend a little bit more time preparing, but it's going to save me so much time in the next couple of days.
Exactly. Okay, so just one question before we get into our product packs, because we are going to talk about the supplements we use. Because listen, when I was 21, I didn't think supplements were that important. I'm 34 and I'm starting to notice, oh my God, maybe I need a thing or two, especially after my doctor's visit. And they're like, hey, you need a magnesium supplement or something like that. Especially the way we know food is in the United States, it doesn't tend to be the best. Okay. And if your habits are not aligned, then you might be missing a couple of things. Ivan, one question. What about your water intake? Claudia's asking that.
Yes, as far as water intake, you do want to be able to. Everybody's a little bit different, okay? But I would always recommend to have at least 8 glasses of water a day, okay? And water is going to be your best friend when it comes to hunger, because when your mind, we're so programmed that your mind reads thirst as hunger sometimes. You might think I'm hungry, but really your body's thirsty. And I read this statistic, and I don't know the numbers exactly, but I think it's somewhere between 60 and 70%, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little higher than 70% of Americans are walking around dehydrated on a permanent basis. Dehydrated. Now that doesn't mean that you're dying of thirst, but they're not getting enough water. So about 70%, maybe a little more of Americans right now are walking around dehydrated because they don't consume enough water. So start making those changes instead of drinking sodas or drinking juices or drinking anything that's high in sugar. Trade it for water. Drink a big old glass of water in the morning. That's one of the things that I do every single morning because I'm a coffee guy. I love coffee. Every morning I need to have at least my 2 cups of coffee. I drink my coffee black, no sugar, no cream, no nothing. I drink it straight. I drink it just for the caffeine and the taste, and more of a social thing as well. It's just a habit that I have now. I drink 2 cups of coffee every single day. However, before I drink my coffee, I drink a big glass of water. I haven't measured it, but it's anywhere between 8 to 10 ounces of water, maybe a little bit more, maybe 12 ounces of water. I just drink that every single morning to try to cleanse my body as well. I want my first liquid intake to be, that fresh water instead of anything else. So I would always suggest maybe about eight glasses of water. I know that the jugs help a lot. If you do want a gallon a day and just walk around with it, you can even, put little, markers on it, by time where you're supposed to be, that if that helps you out, great. If you walk around with one of those, that's going to help you out as well. If you prep them ahead of time too, maybe if you prep, maybe 6 to 8 bottles of water and you have them in the fridge and you label them, I know that this is getting a little bit carried away, but that's a little extra sometimes that you got to do to be able to stay on track. And maybe that little extra is what it's going to take, especially at the beginning, just to get you on track. After that, trust me, it's just going to start clicking and you're not even going to think about it. You're going to be going through 6, 7, 8 glasses of water without even thinking about it. But of course, anything in the beginning is going to take an adjustment. It's going to be a learning curve for anybody. So if at the beginning you're struggling, you're not feeling like doing it, it feels difficult, just go ahead and keep doing it until you weather the storm and you get to the other side of where you're going to start feeling a lot better.
True. Thank you so much for that. So now let's talk a little bit about the requirements for the challenge. I know the challenge officially starts tomorrow, but sign up has been extended to June 15th. So you guys have the next couple of days. If you're still deciding, still debating whether can you do this, can you not, you've got a little bit of time, but the faster you start, the better for you. Second of all, there are requirements posted on the For Life page. If you don't know the requirements, definitely ask the person who invited you, okay, for that link for you to read the requirements. Now, one of the requirements is to consume a Transform pack, or the month of June, it's either one of the Transform packs or a cleansing pack. So we're going to talk a little bit about the packs that we have available. And I'm going to start with the very first one, which is a very popular pack for a lot of us here. I think many people love this pack.
While you're bringing that up, let me just touch on what you just mentioned right now, that the challenge to turn in your pictures is extended to June 15th. However, guys, don't wait, because remember, this is a transformational challenge. So take the pictures now, even if you're not 100% committed that you're going to do it. Take the pictures now. Do everything now, just in case, because if you start working out, those 15 days, you might start seeing results already. And you don't want to start working out and then take the pictures on June 15th when you already started getting your results, because that's going to cut back on the picture from your before and after. Okay, so take the pictures now as soon as possible, so that it's more significant. The change is more significant when you see the comparison side by side with the before and after pictures.
Very good tip. Yeah, thank you for that. So here is the very first one. It's the Digest For Life Reset System. Can you tell us a little bit about this system?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the Digest For Life Reset System package. So this is a pack that everybody should start off with. If you've never taken the products before, I suggest you take them. If you've taken some of them, great, you can continue to take some of them. But if you can take it as a whole, as a pack, go ahead and do so. You got to remember that all of the For Life products are created and developed to work synergistically. So they're developed and created to work in conjunction with each other. One product helps the other product and vice versa. So we have the Fiber System Plus. We have the Super Detox, we have the digestive enzymes, we have the aloe vera sticks, the prebiotics, and then we have the transfer factor trifactor formula as well. So it all comes in a pack. It's 6 product supplementation, as you're mentioning there. There is a little the pamphlet inside, little booklet that tells you exactly how to take each one of the products, but they're pretty simple, guys. You follow the directions on the product, and what it's going to do, it's going to help you cleanse your intestine, cleanse your body. A lot of us are walking around with, and this is a stat as well. If you know me, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a stats guy. We're walking with anywhere between 10 to 15 pounds of feces, in our bodies at any given moment. So this is going to help detox yourself a little bit. On the plus side, when you're doing that, you might lose a little bit of weight. A lot of people do lose a little bit of weight because they're going to be losing water weight, and they're going to be losing, some of that, feces that, it's going to help cleanse everything out. Okay. So you might lose a little bit on the scale. When you get on the scale, you're going to be a little bit lighter after doing this package. This is something that you should do maybe twice a year. So obviously these products are not developed to be able to take them on a regular basis. The prebiotics, they are, but I'm talking about the Fiber System Plus and the Super Detox. Those are products that if you do a cleanse, if you've never done one before, I suggest to do at least twice a year. If you've done them before and you eat, rather healthy or semi-healthy, once a year is fine. But if you just feel that you just need to be able to if you feel bloated, you feel very gassy, you feel very just not comfortable in your skin, you can definitely do this pack. This pack is really going to help you detox and cleanse your body.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. And I know if you want more information about the Digest For Life Reset System, we've done presentations about this in the past. So definitely ask the person who invited you. They can tell you more about it and tell you what each product and pack is used for. And the other option we have is the For Life Transform Lean and Fit Pack for women or men. I think I'll show the men's version right now. But can you tell us a little bit about the women's pack? I know this is your favorite line of products, so go ahead, get excited.
Absolutely. So this is my favorite line of product, the For Life Transform line. Now this product, I'm just going to go give you just a little brief information about each one of them. I'm not going to go 100% in detail on them, but because of time. But it starts off with the key product, which is the ProTF. It's the protein, guys. So it does come in 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla. Now that is lactose free. So if you're lactose intolerant, you could definitely take the protein. It is also gluten free. That one comes with 140 calories per serving. So the little scoop, one scoop is 70 calories, two scoops is 140. So one serving is 140 calories that you're consuming. It does come with 20 grams of protein, so it's 10 grams per scoop. It comes with 23 servings per container. This is an item that is going to help you build muscle mass and lose body weight at the same time. The reason why it does that, because it does contain MTCs, which are MCTs, I'm sorry, which are medium chain triglycerides. The difference between medium chain triglycerides and long chain triglycerides is that although there's no scientific backing to state that MCTs help promote body fat loss, it's in not all, but in the majority of body fat loss products, because they do help, and they help you reduce body fat. So I, guarantee that product is definitely going to help you in many, many ways. And aside from that, it's a good product to be able to supplement a meal. So if you can supplement a meal, remember it's only 140 calories. So if you want to up the calories a little bit, you can always add fruit. You can add grains. You can add, oatmeal. You can add, nuts. You can add different things to the protein. Obviously, that's going to increase the calories that you're consuming, but it's going to be more of a dense nutritional shake or protein shake, and that could definitely substitute one of your meals. So I love that product. It also contains the 4 Life transfer factor, obviously. This will be the only time that I mention the transfer factor as far as what it is, because it is in the majority of our products. So from now on, if I say transfer factor, you'll know what it is. But transfer factor, just to touch base on it, it's not a mineral, it's not an herb, it's not a vitamin, it's a smart molecule. What transfer factor does, it elevates your immune system, and it helps make your immune system a lot stronger, a lot longer lasting. So it's in recovery for your immune system, and it helps back your immune system. So that's what transfer factor is. It's a smart molecule, and that's really what makes 4 Life unique and special, as opposed to any of the other products you're going to see on the market right now. Aside from that, it's also a hydrolyzed protein in comparison to a concentrate protein. So that means that it's cut to the smallest peptides. So that means that it's a fast protein. It works a lot faster. Your body's able to absorb it a lot better. And it has an absorption rate of 96%, as opposed to the other best proteins on the market, which are below 90%. So definitely a unique protein. I love it. From there, we go to my second favorite product, which is Presume. Now, Presume is your pre-workout, guys. Consume that product every time that you're going to go to the gym, at least 30 minutes before you hit the gym. It's definitely going to help you stay more alert, more focused. It's going to give you that kick of energy that you need to be able to get through your workout. I guarantee you, it's not going to give you those crazy crashes. You're not going to feel like a spike of energy and then a drop. No, it's a gradual up and a gradual down. I love that product. Please consume it. It also has transfer factor as well, so it helps with recovery as well. And then from there we go to Burn. Now, Burn is a thermogenic. Burn is your fat loss product. It's thermogenic. It's the only thermogenic that I know that's on the market right now that helps people. Even if there's people that have cardiovascular problems, you can definitely take the Burn. Okay. Now the Burn has key ingredients. One of the key ingredients, which was a substitute to ephedra. Back in 2003, 2004, ephedra was actually banned from the U.S. and it was made illegal. So that's why you saw a lot of new products on the market and an influx of products that said ephedra free. So they're looking for an ingredient that would be a good substitute, a natural ingredient that would be a good substitute for ephedra, and they found bitter orange. So it doesn't only have bitter orange, it also has African mango. It also has dihydrate capsiate. So dihydrate capsiate is what you find in spicy chile in spices, which helps increment the thermogenesis at the cellular level. Okay, so it helps. It's a fat burner, so that's what it does. It's an amazing product. I absolutely love Burn. I suggest you take it. And the best thing about the Burn is that it helps you only burn body fat without affecting body mass. So anything body mass, which is your bones, your muscles, your tendons, it doesn't touch any of that. It only burns body fat. So for somebody who wants to just shred, take that product. How do you take that product? You take 4 capsules, you take it 30 minutes before you work out, take it 5 days a week, you rest 2 days a week, and you can consume that product throughout the duration of the challenge. From there, we go to my other favorite product, which is Renewable. Renewable is your recovery station, your headquarters for recovery. Renewable has an ingredient, a key ingredient called TNF alpha. So actually TNF alpha is something that your body produces. Okay, something that your body produces naturally. However, it's a protein. However, it doesn't know when to shut off. It's a recovery protein. So it starts recovering you. And once your body gets to homeostasis, it means that it's already balanced. Instead of shutting off, it keeps producing. And when it keeps producing past that limit, instead of helping you, it's counterproductive to your body. So what Renewable does, it tells your body, keep producing TNF alpha. And once you reach the homeostasis level, shut off and shut it down. Okay, we're good. So it helps with recovery. It's also one of the only products in our 4 Lifeline that you can feel immediately. Okay. So our company was actually challenged, our scientists were actually challenged to produce a product, develop a product that your body was going to be able to feel immediately. So the marketing for that product was actually feel like you're 22 again. Because when you're 22, if anybody can remember, you're a young chicken, you're jumping out of bed, you're excited, you're motivated, and that's what that product helps you do. Because a lot of us, we wake up with headaches, we wake up with body aches, back aches, leg problems. We wake up with, your hand hurts, your foot hurts, and we just chuck it up to it being natural. This is just natural. It's not, guys. One of my favorite workout days is leg day. I used to work out legs to the point that sometimes I couldn't even, stand up at the gym, and obviously I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I would feel extremely depleted, extremely, just drained after taking this product. I take this product every day. However, I make sure that I take it during leg day because I was able to recover so much faster. So it's going to be your best friend when it comes to recovery, because when you're talking about body transformation, the key here is consistency. If you're not consistent, you're going to drop the ball. So it's not about going to the gym and hitting it hard and eating the right thing and sleeping well 1 day or 2 days, here and there. You're not going to see any results. You need to be consistent, and that product helps you with consistency. And then we shift over to the last product there that you're going to see is the collagen. Now, collagen, I was actually taking collagen even before 4Life had collagen, and my sister knows this. I used to buy collagen from some other brand, some other company, and usually it's flavorless. So I used to put it in my drinks. I used to put it in my protein. I used to put it in whatever, because it's only a small amount that you need. I used to put it in any liquid that I was going to be, drinking, and I would take collagen because collagen helps with flexibility, helps with recovery, helps with your joints, your tendons, and it helps it's that glue, within the joints that helps everything work out better. Okay, so there's a lot of different collagens, but there's 16 main collagens. However, there's 5 collagens that actually work best with humans. Okay, now those 5 collagens are actually going to be found in the collagen that the company produces. They have flavorless, and then they have the collagen, this one that's on the screen that actually has flavor, so you can actually drink it by itself with water. I actually drink it by itself with water now, that's flavored. So it's a great product to be able to consume, and I guarantee you that it's going to help keep you active so that you can keep that consistency. So altogether, it is an amazing pack, and I guarantee that anybody that consumes it is going to feel a whole lot better. So that's a little bit without going too much into detail about the whole pack.
Yeah, and definitely, of course, if you have, further questions about any of these products or the pack, ask the person who invited you. They can give you more specific information. There's information sheets, there's videos, there's so much more to this. And this pack is catered for women. Now, there is a shred pack for men, and there's one product in particular here that you have not spoken about. You've already told us about the protein, but Renewable, Burn, the Presume, which, by the way, with the Presume, let me tell you something. My husband hated exercise. I used to exercise maybe a couple of years ago. I was very consistent with it. I would wake up at 5 a.m. and go exercise. This man would sleep, and in the morning, like whenever I came back, I would get dressed, I would shower, get dressed, and then he would wake up. He hated exercise. And this product was what really jump-started him. He it gave him that energy and motivation to hit the gym in the morning. So it works wonders, okay, if you have a partner who doesn't like to exercise. Let me just put it out there, all right? Now, Ivan, can you tell us a little bit about this product called Man?
Yeah, absolutely. So Man is a product that it helps with your metabolism. It helps tone, and the best thing about it, it's a vasodilator. So what does a vasodilator mean? It means that it opens up the veins a little bit more, so more oxygen can pump through the veins. So one of the side effects of it, a good side effect, it's the visual. Okay, you're gonna see yourself a little more veiny, okay, because it's allowing more oxygen to pump through the veins. And it's also on the sexual reproductive organ side of it. Obviously, since it's a vasodilator and it opens up the veins and more oxygen can pump through, you are going to also see a positive impact on that side. Okay, although it's not developed and created specifically for that, it definitely helps in that way. So any man that is, I would suggest this product for anybody that's 32, 33 and older. You can start consuming this product. It's definitely going to help you. You're going to feel that added boost that we need as men.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So those were just to kick off these two packs. This is a pack for men. This is a pack for women. And this is the Digest for Life Reset System. These are the two options that you have for June. For July and August, you can choose any Transform pack, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come down to these two. I think they're amazing. I like this combination of products. I have taken different combinations of this. I know in my daily routine, I have the Pro TF and the Prezoom, and my husband loves Renuvo. I take Renuvo. So now I'm going to implement the next two. I'm really excited about that. This is the pack that I chose personally. So here you can see a couple of past participants, and you're going to see that every transformation is different. For some people, it's the weight loss. For some people, it's just tightening up, like toning is what it is. Ivan was able to, like bulk up. He was able to shred. Literally, that's the word, shred. Here you have different examples. And the great thing is that these are people of all ages. This guy I know personally, actually, Roberto Carlos Hernandez. He is my best friend's boyfriend. And I was able to witness his transformation. It was really cool seeing them work out. They did this together, and it was really fun to see like them working out like in the park, planning their meals, doing all that good stuff. Here is obviously we have Ivan. That is impressive, going from 14.6 body fat to 7.2. And for you, it became a lifestyle. I think that's the most important part, when it becomes part of your lifestyle, which is the point. Can you tell us a little bit, just run through us the cash prices?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the most exciting part, guys, the cash prices. So first price, and remember, so this is for both men and women. Okay, so men, obviously first place is 5,000, second place is 2,500, and third place is $1,000, guys. So there are going to be 6 winners. 3 on the men's side and 3 on the women's side. Make sure that you turn in all the requirements in on time and specifically the way that it says. One of the things that I can give you, another pro tip that I can tell you, is get an accountability buddy. Okay, get an accountability buddy that once you turn everything in, make sure they check it for you so that you don't miss anything out. Make sure that they check, you check their stuff as well so they don't miss anything out. Because the worst thing and the last thing that you want is to think that you did everything correctly, that you submitted all the requirements, hit everything right, and then later on you found out that you missed something or you didn't do something correctly, or you did the wrong pose or whatever it is. Okay, so make sure that you get an accountability buddy so you can start working towards these cash prizes.
Of course. So you guys really have a good shot. I think of all the people who've won prizes, I've known like more than half of them, which is really cool because it's like, oh my God, that's my brother who won. That's my best friend. That's my best friend's boyfriend. And in Mexico, we've had friends, like our own personal friends who won. I even has had a leader who is training with him again, by the way, who won first prize in Mexico last time too, right?
Correct.
Guys,
Yeah.
you're a winning team, okay? If Ivan's giving you tips, Ivan trained this guy and he won first place in Mexico and he's going for it again. So it's really impressive. That's it for this PowerPoint. So now we're going to go to the Q&A portion of this because I know there are a lot of questions and there are very, very good questions. I think one question that keeps coming up is how do these products work with people with diabetes?
Perfect. I get that question a lot. What is there a specific product that they're referring to?
Let me
Because,
ask, this question is Mary's question. If you can tell us if there's a product in particular you're talking about, or is it the challenge in general? While you answer that question, I think Omar had a similar question.
because before that, because the only product that as far as I know, we need to be careful when it comes to diabetes is the Rio Vida. Okay, liquid. That's the only product in the line that I know of that because of the sugar, the fructose in it, that we need to be a little bit careful. Other than that, no other product contradicts anything that has to do with any diabetes medication, or that can impact negatively with anybody that has diabetes. Once again, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, so please touch base with the medical professional. But from my experience using these products for over, 15 years, that's what we've come up with.
Okay, she said with the pre-workout, with the
Oh
pre-Zoom.
yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, people can take the Presume, and if they're diabetic. Mhm.
Perfect. And Jennifer says that her dad is diabetic and takes all the products and he's fine. Yeah, definitely the one I've heard of that you might want to just take care when if you have diabetes is Rio Vida because of the fructose that you mentioned, but definitely consult your medical professional. All right, Omar, go ahead.
Omar.
Hey, yeah, thank you so much, first off, for all this powerful information, all these nuggets. And Cindy, you're doing an amazing job bringing it along. You guys are great bringing this information. So one of the questions was answered in there, which about the type 2 diabetes. I have a person who has pretty much that, and they're insulin resistant. That was pretty much answered. I didn't get the answer of which product specific, so I'm not going to get there. I got pretty much the answer. Just give it to her like that. My question would be, in regards of the first pack, right? It got the Presume and it got the Pro-TF. The Presume itself got 14 grams of protein. So do we decrease on Pro-TF, or does it matter? We could just take, okay, so the question is, can we take the same amount of for the pre-workout for a person who's just starting, even if he's going to get the proteins with Pro-TF, or do they decrease on Pro-TF or with the other one?
Perfect. Yeah, that's a great question, actually. And remember that we talked about the products working synergistically, so they work in conjunction. So I will even go back even further, because the number one thing that you need to figure out is, what is your goal? What is the end goal? Because 20 grams of protein and 14 grams of protein is 34 grams of protein. Is that too much? Is that too little? The only way to figure that out is to know what is the end goal. What is the end result? Okay, because if you're looking for 32 grams of protein, then obviously 34 is too much. But if you're looking for 40, 34 is not enough. Do you know what I mean? So we need to go back one step. And the step that we need to figure out first is, what is your goal? So what do I mean by what is your goal? So if your goal is to lose body fat, okay, if you want to lose body fat, let's say that you weigh, and I'll work with numbers here. Let's say that you weigh, you're a guy and you weigh 180 pounds, okay? And your goal first is you want to get to 160. So that's 20 pounds that you want to lose. So the goal is 160, okay? The calculation that you're supposed to use is 1 gram of protein per desired goal of weight. So that means 160 grams of protein should be your goal of protein intake that day. So 160, okay, that's how many grams of protein you need to consume that day. So 160 minus 34 that you're getting from the Pro-TF and from the Presume leaves you with 126 grams of protein. So that means that in your meals, you need to calculate 120 grams of protein. So if you're on let's say on a 5 meal a day plan like I am, you would divide 126 by 5, and that gives you 25.2. Let's just round it to 25 grams of protein per meal. Okay, so now you're calculating correctly. So now in that day you consumed 160 grams of protein, but you divided it. Okay, so so there's no need to decrease the Pro-TF because you're consuming the Presume. Okay, you could just it's how much you're consuming in a day. Okay.
Awesome. And also age is a factor as well, correct? Besides the goal, obviously, if they want to bulk up or whatever their goal is, and age, I believe after 40, the more protein we get, the better, because we kind of need more proteins to stay looking
Yeah,
good.
yeah, of course. So as men at 40 years old, we start the countdown. Every 10 years after 40 years old, men naturally start decreasing 8% of muscle mass. We start losing 8% naturally. Okay, so obviously if you're a little bit older than if you're 40 plus, don't worry about the protein intake. Just consume the protein. You'll be in a good spot.
Thank you.
It's going to be
Appreciate
really
that.
hard for you to over consume on protein. You know, you would have to consume a lot to be, for it to have a negative effect on you.
Nice. And I think that question is very important, like the protein question. And I think, well, because I've been learning about this recently, of course. Other than that, it seems hard, like calculating all these numbers, like figuring this stuff out. It's hard at the beginning. And it's like some people get overwhelmed. I know, because I used to get overwhelmed. I was like, I'm never going to be those people that calculates and counts and blah, blah, blah. But really, it's only hard at the beginning, because later on, you'll be able to tell, oh, hey, well, usually I eat, I don't know, 4 pieces of chicken or 25 grams of this 25 grams of protein looks like this on my plate every single day. So by like day 90, you're gonna be like, I already know what my plate usually looks like.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
gonna become so ingrained in you that you're not gonna be calculating all these things every single day.
exactly. Also, guys, there's a lot of apps. There's a lot of apps out there. Everybody's on this call, is tech savvy. Everybody here is tech savvy enough to be able to download an app, start putting in your app, and it'll spit out a number at the end, and it'll be, you could definitely keep track of it. Okay. And then it's going to just become a habit to where you can look at a plate like my wife does. My wife is a clinical dietitian. She works at, the biggest hospital here in all of, the South region of Texas, and she's able to look at a plate and tell you exactly what each food item has as far as their nutrition level, their calories, everything that is involved in there. So that's one way to be able to help out. And the other thing, also the other pro tip that I wanted to give you is, this doesn't mean, because we're social beings, guys. We're social people. So obviously these 90 days, I don't expect you guys to be home and not do anything and just focus on this. Obviously, we're going to be working, we're going to be doing business, we're going to be going out, we're going to be hanging out with family. It's summertime, so the summer's going to, get involved here. So the best way is, also one pro tip that I can give you is, look for 2 to 3, maybe 4 fast food or restaurants that you like, okay, or that you visit most. At home, look at the menu, look at something, and pre-decide which meals are going to work out for you. That way, if you're in a situation where you're out and about, you're with the family, it just happens, you need to eat, okay, you don't fall off the wagon. Okay, I have 3 go-to restaurants, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and I got Subway, and I know exactly what meals to get to where I don't need to think about it anymore. I just go, and I know that at Chick-fil-A, I know I'm going to get a Cobb salad. I get it instead of the fried nuggets, I get it with grilled nuggets. Okay, and then I order six additional grilled nuggets to toss right on top of that, and I get the fat-free honey mustard, because it's fat-free. Honey mustard, it has very little calories. I don't use a whole pack. I use half the pack on it. I shake it, and that's a good meal, and it doesn't throw off my calorie intake for the day. And guess what? I was able to take my wife and my kids to Chick-fil-A. They were able to eat their chicken nuggets and French fries, and I didn't fall off the wagon. Okay? But if you're but you need to think ahead about those things, because if you're super stringent and you're like, oh, I can't go do this, you're going to have a bad time, guys. Your wife is going to yell at you. You're going to just get in a fight over food. You're changing so much so quickly that, you don't want to throw your chemical, you don't want to be chemically imbalanced, with your food. And you don't want to have a negative connotation with food. You don't want to hate food. Food's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be, savory. You're supposed to enjoy it. It's supposed to be a good time. You don't want to have a bad relationship with food. Just learn how to eat it correctly. Okay. So that's one of the things I do. I already have, like 3 restaurants. I know exactly what to get. I don't even think about it. Just like Steve Jobs used to wear the same thing every single day. Why? Because he didn't want to use his brain to think of what I'm going to wear each day. He just wore the same thing. Same with Mark Zuckerberg, he just wore the same thing every single day because he didn't want to think about that, okay? So when you just do that and you don't have to think about it and it's just routine, then you have those 2-3 restaurants already picked out, those meals already picked out. Okay, you already know what you're gonna get. You go there, you don't even have to order the menu. You know exactly what you're gonna get. okay, you're going to be able to be successful. Let me give you a clear example. My birthday is June 4th, so it's this coming weekend. Okay, so we're actually going to go. My wife is actually going to take me to a steakhouse. You know, we're going to go have a nice dinner with my friends, and I already know what I'm going to eat. Okay, I'm going to be starting I'm already starting the challenge. I already know what I'm going to eat, guys. I'm going to ask for my steak, medium rare, cooked with no butter, with no oil, and I'm gonna tell them that I'm a bodybuilder. I'm just gonna say that because I respect that a little bit more. Or if you're in a restaurant, if you say that you're allergic to something, they'll be super.
No, don't cut off. This is getting good. Okay, while he comes back, let me tell y'all something. Y'all, like if you know you're gonna go to a dinner at a restaurant, like, hey, we have someone's birthday dinner, do what Ivan is doing. And I know I've done this in the past. Look at the menu. Most restaurants have the menu online, okay? Plan, prepare, okay? It's not as hard as it seems. It just takes you, what, 10 minutes to go through the restaurant's menu? Ivan, tell us what you're gonna order for your birthday.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna get my steak, and I'm gonna get double fixing of broccoli, and I'm gonna have 2 glasses of whiskey neat, nothing else. Okay, why? Because it's really low in calories. Okay, so I mean, think about this, guys. I'm already thinking of what I'm gonna eat on my birthday. That's planning ahead. Okay, so if you have a plan, that's what it takes to be successful. That way I don't get there. I mean, trust me, guys, it's a nice steakhouse. I'm gonna get there. I'm like, oh man, those mashed potatoes look good. You know, man, that I don't eat sweets, but the only sweet that kills me is carrot cake. And they have one of the best carrot cakes in the city. Okay. But guess what? My wife said, September 16th, baby, I'm bringing you your carrot cake. Okay. After the competition. So you need to start thinking about that already. Start thinking of what's going to be your celebratory meal on September 16th. I remember after the challenge, I went and I ate a whole entire pizza afterwards. Okay, that was my reward. I ate the whole entire pizza. It was amazing. I still remember it like it was yesterday. So start planning ahead. Visualize. You have to have that vision and visualize ahead of time what you're gonna do. Visualize. Already start making plans of what you're gonna do with that money. When I won the $5,000, I took my family to Disney World. Okay, we created memories. It was amazing. Paid for the flights that same night, cash. Paid for the hotel, cash. You know, obviously the trip was more than 5,000, but I was able to pay for all that cash. It felt so good, and that was my reward. So start thinking about those rewards from right now. Okay, start visualizing that. So preparation is key. Preparation. Start with your nutrition, your eating habits, your sleep, your water intake, your supplementation, and then at the end, it's your weight training, guys. Okay, the weight training is, to me, it's the easiest part. Leave it to the end, do everything, get everything else aligned, and you know, everything's gonna work out and flow well. Okay, guys. So you need to start thinking ahead about all those things.
Ivan, we have one more question. Sorry to interrupt you. One more question before we close out. And it's from a person who is nursing at the moment. They just had a baby, they're nursing. They want to do the challenge. So is there any tip you can give them? I don't know if anything about the product or just in general for to start the challenge.
Yeah, if somebody is nursing right now, remember the most important thing is you're a vessel for your child, for your baby. So I would stay away from Presume right now because it is a performance enhancer. It is a pre-workout. It's a stimulant. So I would stay away from consuming the Presume at the moment. Other than that, I don't think of any other product that's going to be, you know, that you can have any negative effect to. But I would stay away from the Presume. As far as doing the challenge, it depends how far, you know, you've already been nursing. I don't know what stage you're in, but listen to your body. Your body speaks to you. Listen to your body. I'm sure your physician has already told you that, you know, what you can expect as far as activity level, what you can do. Speak to him beforehand. Tell him, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. He's probably going to give you some guidelines. Try to stick to those guidelines as best as possible. Don't overstress your body. Remember, this is a transformation challenge. So try to transform, you know, as best as possible within safety measures, because the most important thing right now is obviously you being there for your newborn, okay, for your baby. So those are the as best guidelines that I can give you. As far as products, stay away from the Presume for right now. All the other products, you can consume them. And as far as the workout, just as long as it's safe for you, that you're not putting extra stress on your body, and that you've already healed as much as possible, then you should be good.
Yeah, I think in that terms, thank you for the information about the products. Definitely consult. I don't know what clearance your doctor is giving you. Definitely consult with them. Make sure you prioritize, having a healthy relationship with your body, your nutrition, and heal for your baby. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, Ivan, for this information. This was powerful. I'm super pumped. Tomorrow, I mean, granted, I've already been mentally preparing, so I'm already ahead in that sense. Okay. But tomorrow is the official start of the challenge. So I hope you guys are signed up. And the great thing is that you guys have a community, not only here in this group, but we have the Facebook group community led by the For Life corporate team, who, by the way, if you've seen Kelly Belrose, that woman is fit. Okay, she is awesome. She's beautiful. Oh my God, she's just such a beautiful soul. And you have daily accountability with her, with the corporate team on that Facebook group. You can ask all the questions about product, okay? All the questions you've asked here, you can ask them there on that platform. Once you purchase the pack, they send you an invitation, or it tells you how to join the Facebook group. So, we're already in that group, and we welcome anyone, who's willing to participate. It's a great accountability group, and we're posting every single day just to kind of keep ourselves accountable and to answer any questions. So please, you have a community.
Yes, it's one of the requirements as well. They will take in consideration how active you are on social media as well with the community. So make sure that you put it on your calendar, and maybe you put it once a week to check in on and put a post or do something, because if it comes down to the line, guys, and it's between you and somebody else for first place or second or third place, they'll start going down the requirements and say, okay, well, they both look amazing. They're both the same here. Did they both do this? Yes. Did they both do this? Yes. Did they both do this? Yes. How active were they on the social media page? Oh, this person was a little bit more active than this one. We're going to give it to this person. Okay. So, there's requirements. So make sure that you, once again, go back, check the requirements 100%, and you're doing everything possible.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to show off on social media. Be vulnerable, be open. Okay. And we'll be clapping for you over here. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, Ivan, for all that information. Kelly Belrose actually will be on next Tuesday. So y'all, make sure you're in our English chat so you can have the information to that training we're going to have with Kelly. She is the sweetest. Oh my goodness. I think she's one of my favorite corporate, but don't tell anyone because they get easily jealous. Okay. So love y'all. I hope you have got all the information you needed. If not, please ask whoever invited you or ask in the English chat. And I'm sure Ivan and the rest of us will be able to answer your questions. So much love to everyone. We'll see